www.highwaycampers.com and find your home on wheels. After all, home is where you park it. Highway Campers is a proud supporter of Griswold Youth Football.
You see the signs everywhere. No alcohol if under 21. No tobacco under 21. No vaping supplies under 21. It's 21 for a reason.
Youth that use alcohol are more likely to engage in other risky behaviors, such as gambling. Learn the warning signs and how to talk to your children about addiction.
It's 21 for a reason. Brought to you by CIRAC and funded in partnership with SAMHSA. Find out more at CIRACCT.org.
Your community radio.
Live from Main Street.
Mike Minarski and Rich Wasilick in the morning. And 80s all day and night.
SNSN.
He gets here late. And now he wants to jump around, get down.
I'm excited about being canceled.
Oh, man. Yeah. You're not canceled.
I'm just waiting.
Do you think that would happen? Seriously, I mean, as far as an ethnic group, do you think ethnic groups will just get canceled?
Canceling everything else.
Serious. I mean, think about it. I mean, it's pretty crazy. It's a puzzle, man. It's a puzzle.
I hate puzzles.
You don't like puzzles?
No, I get bored easy.
So, all right, we got our normal Tuesday crowd. Rich is back off of who is off assignment. So
it was a tough assignment.
It was a tough assignment, but he's back.
Got it done.
And we have Victoria, who came in after getting really, really drunk last night.
Oh, gee, thanks, Mike.
Really?
Big mouth.
What? It's the holidays. You had some delicious wine.
Holiday cheer.
I did. I had some wine.
Who's the guy to your right?
Huh?
Who's the guy to your right?
And this guy over here who just kind of showed up out of nowhere.
I picked it
Sort
at
of.
Walmart.
Dominic Scavone, which everybody knows is Dominic as the furnace guy.
Pretty much.
Yeah. How are you?
I'm not too, I like my new gig.
Yeah. He's a professor now.
Really?
Well, I'm an
Professor
instructor.
Can you say
Scavone.
that? At Stanford? Or?
No.
You'll get that joke in a minute.
No, I actually, beginning of the month, I got out of the van and started teaching at Wyndham Tech.
Oh, sweet. Awesome.
It's been
What are you teaching?
HVAC, heating and air conditioning.
Why didn't you go to Ellis?
They weren't hiring.
My son was in that plumbing HVAC at Ellis.
Mm-hmm.
They have a hard time keeping teachers.
Huh. Well, there you go.
Well,
Welcome to teaching.
Yeah.
It's a complete change. I can't even begin to describe what it's like to get out of the van and literally the next day go into a classroom.
Yeah.
Oh.
How do you like it? How do you like teaching?
The administrative part of it
Yeah.
is difficult. Figuring out going from never using a computer to using one every day
Constantly,
and
yeah.
constantly and always having to put in things into it. That part's frustrating.
Mm.
Yeah.
Why'd you switch?
It was time. It was just time. The
Knees
company
and stuff and all that?
No, physically I'm fine.
Yeah, okay.
It was the
Mentally.
mentally, yes.
Yeah.
The company I had worked for had gone corporate.
Oh.
And they were all about billable hours. And I've worked for several different companies, and it was time for me to get off the road, and the opportunity presented itself.
Mhm.
So it's a state job. I'd be a fool not to jump on it.
Yeah, that's good. Good benefits, all that. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, congratulations.
Yeah, very nice.
Thank you.
Well done.
How'd everybody's Christmas go?
Good.
Other than drunk.
When was Christmas? Was Christmas?
I can't say anything because Rich and Kathy came over to our house Christmas Eve. They brought moonshine.
Mm.
Yeah. I was
Sounds good to
popping
me.
them. It was the cherries that was soaked. I just kept popping.
It was dying for the cherries.
Those are good.
Yeah. I have like 3 left.
Apple pie?
The apple
That's good
pie.
too.
That's-
Yeah.
I have
Apple pie moonshine. Yeah.
I have the pickle moonshine at home still.
Oh, pickle shots.
I've never. I can't do that.
Pickle shots.
Pickle shot.
Mhm.
It's good.
Mm-hmm.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Yes. If you like pickles.
Can you, I love pickles, but I don't. Oh, she's shaking her head. All right.
I even did picklebacks a few weeks ago.
Pickle what?
Pickleback.
You do, it's Jaeger, right?
Jägermeister.
You do a shot of Jaeger and then you do a shot of pickle juice.
Sometimes with a beer.
Microphone up. No. Use the arm. There you go. There you go.
And you chase it with a beer, right? That's the way I did
well,
it.
I chased it with
Whatever you found.
Water.
Tito's tonic. Oh, Tito's.
What's your favorite Christmas time spirit?
Probably the rum with what do you call that? That white drink?
Eggnog?
Eggnog.
Oh, like a coquito kind of
Oh,
thing?
coquito.
Yeah, a little
Coquito's
bit.
good.
Yeah.
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 Do you like those?
What, coquito?
Yeah.
I love
It's
coquito.
really good.
I found a recipe for it and I thought I got all the ingredients
Just
and I
someone-
forgot one. So I'm
Someone
gonna-
said you're supposed to put it in a glass, not just drink it out of the container or something.
Yeah.
I don't get that one. I don't get that one at all.
You're supposed to use wine glasses too, my wife told me.
Yeah.
Out of the bottle is not acceptable.
Right.
Canceled.
Yep.
Well, Melissa works with some, can you say Puerto Rican gentlemen or do you have to say Hispanic?
The difference. So I don't know.
I don't know.
They're
Well, they make the one guy that she works with makes coquito.
Mm.
We didn't get any this year, but over the last couple of years we've had it.
Nice.
I'm going to try and make it.
It's
It's look at her. And he goes into work. Hey, all right.
Giddy up.
Huh?
Giddy up.
Giddy up.
Yeah, you'll really be saying giddy up at that point. All right. So, did you get everything you wanted for Christmas?
Yeah. She had to
With
think
her
about it.
arms crossed.
Yeah.
I don't know. What about you?
socks and underwear, baby.
Yeah, that's it, bro. I got a pair of nice pajama pants.
Oh, Kathy says I'm tough to shop for. 'Cause
My husband says that about me. and I'm not.
You know?
No.
Do you tell him what you want?
You can like walk into TJ Maxx and
Yeah, but you tell him what you want. We're dudes. We don't get it. You know what I mean? So you have to spell it out for us.
he was smart. He was smart this time. He got me a TJ Maxx gift card.
there you go.
Perfect.
Oh,
It's
right.
perfect.
Because you kind of have to spell it out. Am I right or wrong?
I take pictures whenever we go shopping.
Oh,
And she says, I like that. And I got a little file in my phone.
See, that is a smart man.
Yeah, but
That is a smart man. Because Parker goes shopping with me a lot. So he said to his father, I think you would be wise to get mom a gift card from TJ's.
Whoa!
You've been canceled, Mike.
I think so. My microphone has decided it wants to.
Come alive.
Yeah. Come on now. Which way is righty, tighty?
righty tighty,
Yep,
lefty
you got
loosey. Yeah. Unless you're backwards.
I don't think we have it on there enough.
Wow.
I know. It's crazy.
I was meant to be here today.
Yeah.
Obviously,
It's not. It's not.
we needed a plumber to fix it.
Just doesn't want to grab that lip.
Can you say plumber or do you have to say like a
Whoa.
pipe technician?
Well, actually,
You're an HVAC
You're
I'm,
technician.
I'm in air conditioning.
Mhm.
Oh, that's right.
I don't know what.
I'm going to hold it for you.
I'm trying to figure out why. Oh, this won't.
Morning, Shayna. I'll do.
Oh, I think it's this.
Is it the list? Yep. Yeah.
Pull that down.
Get my glasses in my head. Hey, Shayna. Oh, my.
I know.
It's quite the problem we got going on here.
Well, we got the HVAC guy.
Thank God.
Professional here. Because obviously the radio guy didn't know what the hell he was doing.
I don't. All right.
There you go.
I think I'm good. I don't know.
There you go.
We're all watching as it was going to fall off. Oh, God.
Shannon said he had a wardrobe malfunction.
Yeah.
Mike is canceled.
Problem is
Now
it's
leave it
gotta come over
alone.
this way. You got to loosen up. You got to move it
Man.
over this way. But you were doing good.
Wow.
There we go. There we go.
It's a little demanding.
Bring in the HVAC guy.
That's right.
The plumber can't do this.
No.
Neither can a radio guy, apparently. Oh, much better.
Excellent.
There we go.
All
Very
right.
good.
There we were.
We had a little bit of a wardrobe malfunction, and we're good. We're good. We're good. How's the audio this morning, Shana? Can you hear us all? Or what? What is it?
Probably have to say something for her to hear us, all right?
I know.
Yeah.
Well, I have to check it my damn self here. What I got to do? Check my damn self here. A little hollow.
A little metallic.
Well, no, it's because there's too many microphones on there. Well, no, it's because there's too many microphones on there. All right. There we go. Where is everybody today? That's what I want to know.
Sleeping.
On
All right.
vacation.
Huh?
They're
On
sleeping.
vacation.
Yeah.
This-
Did you see how many cars are at the bank this morning?
Yeah.
Why?
They're all depositing their money from Christmas. Or they're getting the money
Or
out to
what's
pay for their
left.
Christmas gifts. One or the other.
Transferring money over to
Yeah.
pay for the gifts.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, because the bank wasn't open yesterday.
No, I guess people had the day off. Oh.
It was a
I didn't.
You couldn't go to breakfast anywhere because places were packed.
Hmm.
Seriously.
because everybody had the day off.
Yeah. I think so. Shayna apparently is the only one live. There's nobody else here today.
Oh my goodness.
No, it shows that there are
So
people
there's
here.
6 eyes at the top, right?
What's that?
There's 6 eyes at the top.
Yeah, I love trolls because they just sit there.
Now there's 7.
Do something. No, you're looking at the wrong group. I'm looking at a different.
Oh, what are you looking at?
There's like 9 in yours, 7 in mine. There's 10 in some of those.
Mine's probably slow.
No, it's just different groups.
Hmm.
We're on 7 different platforms.
Mhm.
So back in the 80s, there was it was pretty. Yeah, I know, random, huh? I'm segueing. It's called a segue,
Okay.
Victoria.
Okay.
Back in the 80s.
Like, where's he going with this?
Well, hey.
It was a simpler
always think-
time.
I was,
Yeah, right?
It was
a lot
much
simpler.
simpler. It was a lot more easy going. I don't think you really remember because I don't think you were incarnated yet.
No, I was born in 78, so
Okay,
I
so you were
was
2.
still on a bottle, maybe. Bottle of whiskey.
I think you just changed bottles. But it was much simpler back then. Do you agree or disagree?
Oh, I
Compared to
agree.
today? Okay.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
How about you, Scavone?
Well, I mean, I was between 70 years old and 13 that time.
Mhm.
During that time,
Yeah.
it was great.
Mhm.
Had no bills.
There you go.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, well, yeah, but it was much different. You know, I mean, you go outside and play, and you came
Oh.
in. You know, I mean, you could be 6 and go outside and play, and not worried about really
Oh, right.
getting mugged or, you know, I mean, it was just crazy, right?
Yeah.
Now you can't even go across the street. I mean, I don't know. Like I used to live on Ashland Street growing up. Now being like 7 years old, my mother would send me with a note to Ed's Corner or Cliff's Corner, which is now Dean's Corner, with a note saying that I was to pick her up a pack of cigarettes.
Oh, nice.
So you could do that back then. Today, no. Not that that's a good thing, but it's just sending your 7-year-old up the street
Right.
by themselves, right? Or the State Theater. 99 cents on a Saturday, you'd get a movie. and a popcorn and a soda.
Wow.
By myself.
99 cents.
You know, just going up. You ride my bike up. You park your bike inside the State Theater. That'd be it.
You're a little older than me.
A little bit older.
But I remember paying $1.50, $2 to go see Herbie.
Oh,
Herbie?
Mhm.
Herbie.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
You watch Herbie, you get Herbie.
That's a different movie.
Completely.
Oh, I saw a movie I want to talk about anyway.
Oh.
I saw a movie last night.
I was worried where that was going.
They played all those the Kurt Russell Disney movies.
Yes.
Oh.
It was Herbie, and there was The World's Strongest Man was one that they played. It was the same one. And one week they just had on the marquee 10 cartoons. Just 10 cartoons. You didn't know what they were.
Wow.
But for 99 cents, you know, you got out of your mother's hair for
Right.
you know, for an hour and a half or so. Shayna says Hong Kong Fooey.
Oh, I used to
Hong
love
Kong
that.
food.
Yeah.
Hong Kong Fooey is good. But anyway,
It's canceled.
Yeah.
It's canceled. Yeah. You can't have Oriental dogs anymore.
Can't say Oriental.
That's right. Actually, you can't say anything. Speaking of which, you guys got to help me out here because I'm really struggling, and you guys are sitting there like,
Well, what's the main topic?
We were doing the whole
Cancel culture.
Cancel.
And how screwed up Stanford University was.
Yeah, we're trying to help you
canceling
out there.
everything,
Canceling
right?
Hong Kong.
And you
food.
went on to watching Hong Kong Fooey.
Fooey.
Oh, never mind. He's having a stroke. Anyway.
You talk about great
Whatever.
bait too, though.
come on.
Whatever.
Like nobody cares this morning anyway, so we're just gonna. So Victoria, you sent me a video about a week ago or so,
Yes.
and it was about it was from Fox News, and Stanford University had done a harmful word survey or list
Yeah.
that needs to be added to the cancel culture. This is crap we never had, you know, back in the day.
No.
You know, you just didn't have it. So
No, back then you offended somebody, they punched you and you got over it.
pretty much,
Yeah.
you know,
People didn't get offended though.
no.
People
But even
weren't-
if you did, your mother would say, my mother would say to me, "You better be careful. You're gonna get your ass kicked."
Mm-hmm.
You know, see what I told you. You know, I mean, that's
Yeah.
that's what would happen.
Yeah.
Shayna, thank you for being the only participant today.
It
God,
was funny because I was going to say to you, I haven't seen her on in a while.
yeah.
I thought maybe she was in Facebook jail or something.
No, she's there. She could have been.
Today's generation is a little different. Especially-
Well, you're
Yeah.
used to it now at school. So
Oh.
What's that?
you're used to it at school now.
Yeah, do you see that at Wyndham Tech?
What's that?
The whole cancel culture thing.
I haven't seen it yet. I'm very careful of everything.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I
But-
would think you'd have to be.
But growing up, we grew up with watching All in the Family.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's a good point.
yeah.
That's a really good point.
So it's been streaming,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just because we raised our kids differently than what we were raised.
Yeah.
So I sat down with my youngest son, who's now 17, to share some of what I grew up with, what I thought was comedy.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
And I can't watch this, Dad. I don't see the humor.
Really?
So on one hand, I did something right. I raised him with a different mindset. But on the other hand, I had to explain to him why it was funny, that they were actually making fun of those things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're not being racially hated.
Right.
It's
It was just
just a joke. Hey, guess what? You can joke.
Yeah. Archie Bunker was probably one of the icons on TV.
Yeah.
You know, and he was. You put him on today, you never make it.
Or the Jeffersons,
Or the
Yeah.
Jeffersons,
which was a
Yeah.
spinoff.
Yeah.
right? And I mean, you had one TV show that ranked on just about every ethnic group, and then you had the Jeffersons, who were a black family,
They picked on themselves.
No, they were ranking on pretty much white people.
Well, I think they
Yeah,
picked
they
on
used
each
to
other
call
both.
Honky and
Yeah.
oh yeah, they were
Oh yeah, they were.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know, and it was funny.
Yes.
You know,
because people weren't sensitive then.
then they went really crazy when their son married a white woman. Well, that really showed. That
Mhm.
really threw the show up in a
Yeah.
tailspin.
Yeah.
So, but these are things that were funny. back then. Can you even find All in the Family in syndication anymore?
No, I haven't. Not that I've looked, but I haven't found it.
It was streaming on Amazon last I knew.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Because these are things that it's like just would not stand in today's society.
No.
And they had censors.
Did they?
Well,
they had censors on network TV. They had people that would have a buzzer during live TV and hit it.
They also I remember you didn't see married couples in the same bed back then.
No.
They would have twin beds. They would have twin beds.
The Flintstones didn't either?
Yeah, I mean, where the hell did Pebbles come from? I mean,
well, that's a whole other show. But,
I know why. Bam, bam. Sorry.
Beep.
Wow.
But, do you think we ever go back to normalcy though?
No. Unfortunately, no.
I think people are getting more and more
crazy.
Yeah. It's getting more and more ridiculous. Like that Stanford study.
Yeah, which we're going to get into in a second.
You can't say you're an American? What?
Yeah.
You can't.
What?
Dina, good morning. Welcome on in.
That's crazy.
I see you. Tammy Dudek says good morning. Happy New Year to all. And Dom, congratulations.
Thank you, Tammy. I love Tammy.
Good egg.
Oh, my goodness.
And kind of like what you had said, we never really have had a sit-down conversation and just sat down and talked.
Right.
Same thing with Tammy. I see her places.
Yeah,
we'll talk for like 10 minutes and then we move on.
Pretty much. I see her in Walmart once in a while.
Yeah. So anyway, getting into the Stamford University study. Is it even a study?
Wow.
They came up with more words that apparently are offensive and that are they actually banning these at Stanford University?
Yeah,
is that what they're doing?
Yeah, you can't use them.
I'd say, who the hell is Stanford University?
So it's one of the top schools in the country.
Right, so they don't mean
anything.
anything.
Reputable school.
So they don't mean anything. Okay.
So, well, you're getting that education.
Yeah.
You know?
Look what it got them.
So the first one, ready? You ready for this one? We all know what it is because we participated. Well, we didn't participate, but we watched the video. And the first word that they talked about that is being, I don't know, canceled or you can't use it is potentially offensive. The word, ready? American.
Right.
American. The word American is apparently offensive and should not be used at Stanford University.
Well, I'd say if they don't like the word American, you stop giving their students that go there their student loans.
Yeah. Instead of saying American, they say that you should say U.S. citizen.
Same thing.
U.S. citizen. What do you guys think?
Same thing. I think they need to go
Tammy,
back to
Shayna,
school.
and any other people that are trolling that not saying anything. What do you guys think? What do you, Victoria? Tell me. What?
I think Victoria likes the idea.
I am pissed off. All of these so-called patriots. You know what I'm talking about, right? You know the ones that are gun swilling all far to the right. You know you can't be a patriot unless you hate certain things now.
You're ultra.
Huh?
Ultra MAGA.
Yeah.
Is it super duper?
Super duper MAGA. Is
Yes.
that a cosmetic shop? Oh, it's Ultra.
Ulta.
See, it was
ULTA.
kind of close. I don't know.
Ulta.
Shayna says it's utterly crazy. I can't say utterly. The cows are pissed.
Yeah. Gonna offend those cows.
I don't make the rules. I don't make the rules. So anyway, what do you think about American? The word American being potentially offensive. You're shuddering.
Yeah. How much more crazy can this get?
Like, we're gonna find out.
We can't say we're Americans now.
Yeah.
That's
whatever. I think what the study said, or it implies that
we're the best.
The best of all the Americas.
Right.
And then they went on to say, well, Zelensky is not asking Guatemala for money. So of course we are,
True.
Yeah.
don't think anybody's breaking over the borders to go into those other countries either.
No.
So-
No.
Right.
Let's go to Peru. Shayna says, listen, a few dictionaries also changed the definition of the word woman.
Oh.
What does that mean now?
I'm
afraid to even guess.
You
Yeah.
remember that? There was something that defined it was in Congress, wasn't it? Define the word woman.
Yeah, the confirmation hearings for that.
The Supreme Court justice.
Yeah, what's
Yeah.
her name? Ketanji.
Yeah, I don't remember the
Brown
name, but you're
something.
on the right track, I think.
Yeah.
Then the next word.
You know the woman that got the job because she was black, not because she was
Qualified?
qualified.
Right. Yeah.
That one.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Well, come on. The White House is like a freak parade.
You ready for the next one?
Yep.
Gangbusters. Can't say gangbusters anymore, according to Stanford University. Rich is just he's gonna pop an aneurysm over there. Look at him.
That's one of those words that it's rooted from the 1930s.
Yeah.
It's so far removed from anything now that why should it matter?
It's like, who uses it anymore? Yeah. You use it all the time?
Occasionally.
Yeah.
Occasionally.
You better not use it in school.
No,
Or
no,
teaching.
no.
You gotta be very careful.
Mm-hmm. You could be canceled.
Somebody could get sensitive.
I don't want to be canceled from this.
No. It's like you can't talk.
What are you waiting for? Keep talk amongst yourselves.
Well, what's the definition of gangbuster?
Well, no, they were saying the reason they don't want you saying it is
Mhm.
because it implies,
It might offend the Crips.
yeah,
Right.
What
Yeah.
if yeah,
That's
it
what I was waiting.
implies
Yeah.
police
police brutality against
No,
gangs?
yeah, we don't want
Yeah.
to offend
wanna
the criminals.
offend-
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
the gangs.
So you can't say gangbusters.
They're
That's-
coming in like gangbusters.
Well, the other one was you can't say beat a dead horse.
That's the
I
next
say
one.
that
Yeah.
all the time.
You can't
Cannot
beat a
say
dead
that.
horse.
I can.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying that's another one they say you can't say.
Well, because it promotes abuse against animals.
That are
Well,
dead.
does the horse
But if
care?
the horse is already dead,
But
it
does
really
the horse
doesn't
care? Right. Yeah.
No.
yeah. Does he get the horse offended? Did they ask the
It's
dead
not
horse?
going to move. You can beat it all you want.
Did
It's
they
not gonna
survey
move.
the dead horse? I don't.
I don't know.
You
can't-
I think you could take any word and you could
Right.
like think of something.
Right. I seriously wonder
Ridiculous.
where our education is going. If Stanford had even the time to do this,
Yeah.
And it was probably funded with a government grant.
Right.
probably. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That even makes even more sense
It's all that money.
today.
Build back better money for education.
hmm
You ready for the next one?
I don't know. Go ahead. I haven't had my drink yet today, so
Can't say
Cheetos.
you can't say grandfather.
Well,
Grandfather.
that horrible word. Yeah.
But
And if they
say
break
you
the
have to
word
say-
down,
You have to
grandfather.
say what? Legacy?
Yeah.
Legacy.
You're gonna say
instead.
legacy. Grandma and legacy love you.
See, now this is where Stanford should be going. Break the word down.
Huh?
Break the word down. Grandfather.
Legacy.
All right, Jennifer
Yeah.
has a perspective here. Not trying to stir the pot.
Yes, she is.
Yes, you are. But here's a perspective, and this is my personal perspective and not associated with any position I hold.
Oh, gee.
Oh, Jennifer, we get it. You don't have to say that here. Promise. We know who you are. We see you. There are people who believe that a true American, in quotes, is one who is native born, English speaking, and Christian, and probably white. And most might believe that if you don't fit that mold, you could be marginalized. It's a good point.
I think they're marginalized if they allow themselves to be marginalized.
Well, let's go back to what we were
Accept it.
talking about, stupidly enough,
Mhm.
Archie Bunker
Mhm.
and the Jefferson, and back in the late 70s or even in the 60s. Didn't matter. Nobody was marginalized.
No.
Everybody was subject to a joke.
Yeah. Yeah. And if I remember correctly, he didn't allow himself to be marginalized.
Yeah.
He just
Right.
did what he had to do and kept going. I think you're marginalized if you allow yourself to be. And
Let's even go another step forward. It wasn't even about, being racist or anything.
Mhm.
It was like You know, how about the way he treated Edith?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Shut up, you.
Mhm.
You know, I mean,
Yeah.
stifle Edith.
Yeah.
You know, and these are things that people would clap and laugh crazy because he would say that because he was like his buzzwords.
Yeah.
You know, they didn't.
And it was
care.
funny.
It was just funny.
I say things like that to my husband.
and the way he treated that Pollock.
Stifle.
Mhm. Yeah.
How about Meathead?
Yeah. That was a great name.
That was awesome.
But people weren't offended.
And you're American if you come to America and you live here.
You're American if you're born here.
Yeah. American if you're born here, came here,
Or
flew
are you
here.
a U.S. citizen?
You're both. This means the same damn thing.
That's what they're saying. They're saying that you should
Yeah, I think
say
they're-
U.S. citizen.
I think they're trying to come up with ways to spin people up and get people
The
upset.
fears is
and-
how the marginalized subgroups are take things.
Right.
It's like anything else.
Mhm.
I can't go into
Yeah.
depth on that, but that's who we seem to be serving most of the time.
Mhm.
That's who we're worried about. Is how these these smaller subgroups of the population feel.
Well,
Yeah.
look at the different names like throughout the years, how they've changed. Now it's black and brown people that we're focused
Yeah.
on. Everything's black and brown. And it's like, where did this come from? Like, you can't say you're
Or
white.
person of color.
Yeah.
We're white people are not white people. We're a person of color.
Right.
You know what I mean? I mean, we're peach.
Mm.
You know, we get embarrassed. We're red.
Yep.
You know, I mean, it just
Summertime,
goes-
we're brown.
Yeah, we're golden brown.
Yep.
I'm pissed.
I don't identify.
No, you see what I mean? No, it's just it doesn't make any sense.
But there's
I'm
got to
a
be a
citizen
name
of
for
the earth.
There's
Yes.
got to be a name for everything now.
I am one with them.
Chameleon.
Yeah, everything needs a.
I know a couple chameleons.
But the United States is worse than any other country when it comes to this stuff.
Yeah.
We're all uptight.
No, it's not. We're all uptight. Our government is all
Because this is the way they want it.
bizarro.
Well, you know what the you
How
look
many
at-
times have we talked about it
Mhm.
before
Yeah.
you went out on your back surgery?
Mhm.
It's all back surgery. It's all about division.
Right.
It's all about me against you.
exactly. I was
Democrats
just gonna,
against Republicans. Catholics against Protestants.
and the more division there is, the more control they have over it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And people fall into a hook, line, and sinker. It's
CNN against
Yet-
Fox. I
Yeah,
mean,
they say, "Oh, we're gonna unite the country. There's too much division," and then what do?
because if you get the country together, what do?
Yeah,
In my opinion, most of
Gonna take over.
most of the division is driven by media.
Yeah.
Right.
Because if you don't have a conflict, there's no news.
Right.
Well, I think our government is pushing that division as well.
Yeah.
We were talking about the algorithms on social media. It's not designed by love and togetherness. It's designed by hate.
Right.
Yeah, so that's the more hate you have on your posts, the more attention it gets.
Yeah.
So
and even kids, they're so used to they can type
Mhm.
whatever they want, and it's like they figure, "Oh, nobody's going to get me."
Mhm.
And you have people, you have kids who are going attacking adults.
Yeah.
I'm like,
keyboard warriors.
yeah,
Yep.
we even see it on Grizzled now.
Mhm.
You know, it's just,
Well, people think if they're on a computer, it's not face to face, so they can say and do whatever they want.
you know what's getting. And I have not yet heard this happen, but somebody's going to say something on Griswold now or some other town board or whatever that's offensive to somebody, and they're going to see them in public, and they're going to think, "Oh, it's just social media," and they're going to get their ass kicked or
Oh, I'm
popped right
sure.
in the nose, and they're going to say, "What was that all about?" Well, what did you say on that website?
Oh, I'm sure.
Oh, it was
happens.
just a website.
probably.
No, it was
Oh.
just your mouth.
Sure happens in the schools.
Oh yeah.
Jennifer says no, and she really brings up some interesting views. She goes, I wondered if you asked a child to draw quote unquote, an American and asked them to draw a U.S. citizen, would they be different?
I
I don't think so. They got 2 arms and 2 legs.
Define
Most
child.
people. Yeah. What? How do they
What
identify
age?
as a child?
I get
or-
thinking-
Oh, no. Like
No,
what age?
bracket.
Yeah.
What
Like
age?
Yeah.
yeah.
Child.
Where do they live?
Yeah.
You know, what state are they from? I
Mhm.
mean, you're going to get many different views.
I'll ask my daughter this when I go home.
Oh, your 12-year-old?
Yeah.
Who plays a mean guitar? I'm telling you. Saw a video yesterday. She needs a TikTok account right there.
Well, I think this is another thing, interesting thing. Where do the kids go? What school do they go to? What they're being taught in a lot of schools today are not necessarily the same values we were being taught as a child and when we were growing up in school. They're not. The kids come home and tell us all the time from different schools. And they go to 2 different schools.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Shane goes and says that about what we were just talking about. These people are internet thugs. They would never have the Stugats to say in person. But see, that's the thing. I think in person, you need to hold somebody accountable for being incredibly rude and mean.
Yes.
Rude is one thing, mean is another.
Yeah.
Daryl from the Healthy Computer. School Street, Jewett City. Realizing that some shows from the past had racist content isn't being weak or canceling. It is us evolving and being more compassionate about the words we use. We are not being more compassionate.
No.
This is not compassionate.
This is ridiculous.
This is ridiculous.
You can look at something and say, oh, that's racist and laugh about it, but not take it as a race, like act on it.
I'm all about change.
Yeah.
But I don't think this is about, I really don't. Life may have been great for you in the 70s, but how was it for African Americans?
Well, go ask one.
I think a lot of them will tell you, no, it wasn't great. But you know what? Ask Jewish people.
Yeah. Ask Jewish people about the 40s.
How about Jehovah's Witnesses?
Yeah.
Ask Germans.
Yeah.
How about Native Americans?
Yeah.
Veterans.
Any culture.
Exactly.
Yeah, to say the black person was the only one oppressed in one time or another is a bunch of nonsense because there's white, Chinese, they were all oppressed by other cultures at one point or another. It's all evolving all over the world. You got to look at history altogether, not just what you choose to look at and make your point based on one little thing. You can't do that.
Did you see that California wants to give
I heard about
people
this.
reparations? So
take it out of their own budget.
They had hearings. They had hearings. So there were black U.S. citizens in attendance who spoke. One guy, he wants gold and silver bullion instead of cash and he wants it valued the same as they did with the slaves by their weight. Something about weight. It was quite something. He had a whole speech prepared, and I was just like, "Are you kidding me? Your parents weren't slaves."
See, I would look at that person and I would say, "Where did you come from? What is your history?
Right.
Or are you just using this?"
Yeah.
Well, and
now all of a sudden it's popular. Oh, I'm going to get myself some gold bullion
black people sold their own race, their own people.
And white people sold their own race too.
Right.
This is what we don't see anymore.
Yeah.
It's not making the point favorable to that minute. It's not.
There's always been an oppressor no matter what point in history. Let's not even talk about economic slavery, which is kind of So like even I told this story to you before, and I may have told you, but I don't think you've ever heard it. But you don't listen to the show, so
I have.
I know once, but
twice.
Your mother listens.
She's not listening now.
Huh?
She's not listening now.
What?
Want me to call her up and yell at her?
No. So we were having dinner one time at the house, and I asked a question. The question was if somebody looked at me, from another country and said, "This is white people food," should I be offended? No, was the answer. Why? Because the white person has never been oppressed. Really? Not true.
No.
But then again, if I turned around and said to this person at their house, "Well, this is Peruvian food," would that be offensive? Yes. Why? Because the white people have never been oppressed. I don't know the Peruvian people would be impressed.
Right. That's crazy.
I would turn around and say, so you're not proud of your food being Peruvian? You're not proud of being Peruvian?
I'm not sitting there saying it's bad or it's a part. It's just, hey, this is Peruvian food. This is, maybe good. Maybe it's not. But
there is a such thing as cultural food.
It's a really
Chinese
puzzling
food?
rabbit hole there.
What about Chinese food?
Right. They put it right on their sign. Chinese food.
Okay.
Italian
Daryl.
food.
Oh, Daryl, I'm sorry, but we're going to rip you up this morning.
Hawaiian pizza.
What was your white oppression? Mine? I don't think I was oppressed.
I pay taxes in the
personally.
United States.
Yeah. How about white slavery?
Yeah.
How
It goes on
white,
today.
How about white kids?
Mm-hmm.
Because they bring money
right
in the sex market.
Mm-hmm.
That's not oppression?
Mm-hmm.
Blonde-haired, blue-eyed babies.
Yeah.
So
that's a good one. If you weren't blonde hair, blue eyed, you were thrown in a ditch or done medical tests on and chopped into pieces and
it's
burned.
pretty impressive if you ask me.
Yeah, there's all kinds of oppression going on. Same people doing it to themselves. It's a
Daryl disagrees.
I think you can.
It's okay.
That's
He's still from the Healthy Computer.
That's the
Main
one of the
Street, Jewett City.
It's one of the benefits of being American. You can disagree and
Exactly.
You don't deal with the oppression every day, he says.
Well,
not me personally. No, you're right. I don't. Well, maybe I do in certain ways.
We all do.
Well, if you think about it, now
Middle-aged white male.
nowadays, yeah, nowadays,
Boomer.
When you fill out an application, you have to check a box what
Yeah.
color you are now.
Yeah, I'm oppressed.
And you get extra points
If you're not
fill in
white,
certain boxes.
middle-aged
Yeah.
male.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So guess what? I'm feeling my oppression right now.
What about job security when it comes to age?
Yeah. If I want to change careers, I'm screwed.
Okay. They're not oppressed. My father worked for American Standard for many years. And then they closed the plant and he had nowhere to go. Right. At a 42-year-old male, he had a hard time finding a job. The only way he got a job at Pepsi when he did was because he knew the manager of the plant. And they said, we'll give you a shot. And he ended up working there 20 years.
Yep.
But the thing is because he was older, they weren't even looking at him.
Hey, you know how long I've been trying to change careers?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when I left, my own personal thing, I left Verizon Wireless. Just couldn't do retail anymore. Couldn't do them anymore. Drove me crazy. I mean, literally, a midlife crisis and everything. That's how this started.
Right.
I don't know if you know that story.
Yeah.
But that's how this started. You know what I was worried about most of all? Knowing I thought my life was over. You know why? Because here I am. I've aged out of the market and I can't do what I've been doing for the last 25 years. So what happens? Do you put one foot in the grave and one on a banana peel?
Yeah.
And say, this is it? No. Because you know damn well you're not going to be able to get a job, that was paying you anywhere near what you were making. Is that oppression?
I'd say so.
Could be.
Put you into a depression.
Well,
You start a radio station and it becomes an obsession.
Is there a difference between ageism and oppression, though?
Huh?
Is there a difference between ageism and oppression?
I don't know.
I'd say so. Keeping them.
Daryl says you haven't been turned down. You haven't been turned down for a job or gone into a place being discriminated against. Yes, I have. Just because of your race. Yes, I have.
I think we all have.
Yeah. That's what I mean, because it's
Yeah.
I think it depends on what kind of glasses you're looking through.
This is not going to go well.
Yeah.
He says, Jennifer says that I'm more talking about discrimination. So when does discrimination intersect with
oppression?
Oppression.
Discrimination is That's well.
It's based
When
on
you
a few
see
different things.
if you're walking down the street and you see a person of color walking down the street and you see a person of color walking towards you, most people are more likely to cross the street because of that. If me and Rich are
Mhm.
walking down the street, people are going to walk right at us, not a problem.
Mm-hmm.
But if we were people of color, just because of that, people may cross the street.
Yeah.
That's
Mhm.
discrimination. I mean, that's not necessarily discrimination in itself, but that's the reality that people of color live with,
Mm-hmm.
is that just because of the way they look, they're thought of differently.
All right, so Daryl just said, LOL. You have been turned down for a job for your race? Come on, man. The answer to that is yes.
Mhm.
And if you want, I'll let you know. When I was in my mid-20s, early 30s, I was a club jock. I would DJ in nightclubs.
Mhm.
I couldn't get a job in certain ones. Why? Because when I walked in, being this white bread kid, thinking, you can't mix. You can't. Because that's only, must not have any rhythm. Okay. And I was literally told that I was not as good as other ethnic groups but they never even listened to me play.
Mhm.
And then I sent a demo tape with a fake picture into Shaky Jake's. Used to be a club in Waterford.
Mhm. I remember.
It became Flashbacks.
Yep.
Okay. Guess what? I got a call. And I just said to him, I said, no. I said, I'm the same guy you said that I couldn't because I was white.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And I probably didn't know what I was doing.
Mm-hmm.
And I was a wannabe. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, dude.
Strange thing is, they don't like it when it's turned around.
No.
But that happened to me and a bunch of buddies. We went and took a fire test for one of the cities in Connecticut, and we were flat out told that you're not gonna get it. You're not you're not a Hispanic female.
Yep.
That's what they had to make the quota with to make the percentage with a Hispanic female.
Now I don't think
And
that.
that happens a lot.
Yeah.
See, I don't think. The question is we've never experienced it. Maybe not to the level. Definitely not to the level of other races
Mhm.
or whatever. But it still has happened.
Yeah.
And I think you have to understand that if it's happened to you and you feel it, that you'll understand it towards other people as well. And I do see it with other races, and it's wrong. But it doesn't mean it hasn't happened to Caucasians. Go ahead.
Holocaust.
Yeah.
Those
Yeah.
are white people.
And the white people did it to white people.
That was religion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most of it,
But it
the
was
people
still
claim race,
religious
but
oppression.
a lot of religion oppression has taken a harder hit on the world than any racial oppression. You look at the Catholics and
I was just trying to think of that word
yeah,
when the Catholics took over everything and changed all the holidays to benefit them. And
yeah. And was it Muslims of doing the same thing to Catholics? They've been going back and forth in Europe and
this is going to kill me now.
What's that?
My words are, it's the age thing. My words are escaping me now.
All right, so let's get into another word, or words actually. This is going to go nowhere good. That is being banned by Stamford University.
Mhm.
You ready?
Yeah.
Trigger warning.
What's the trigger?
I don't know. I'm feeling triggered.
Oh, is that the word?
Yeah, it's because it's too triggering.
Because it triggers people. You can't say trigger warning.
When I grew up, trigger was a horse.
Mm-hmm.
Here we are.
There's something on my gun.
Yeah, that's what's on my weapon. Yeah. Or tool, depending on how you look at it.
Yeah.
Goodness sakes alive. Dominic, any
I have nothing on that one.
He's looking it
Nothing
up.
on that
No, I'm looking up something else right now.
how about
I'll find that later. It's going to.
ready?
Yeah.
Preferred pronoun. Can't say preferred pronoun. Just say pronoun.
And you can be called whatever you want then.
That's already started happening without Stanford's approval.
Why?
I have kids in high school.
This
And
is-
then just say that my friends' pronouns are this and that and that and this.
Mhm.
Okay, they don't say preferred anymore. It's
It's a
just
cool story.
their pronouns. I say,
Yeah.
okay, thank you for letting me know.
Yeah, if you say preferred, I guess it's because maybe you're not sure.
That's why you just say, "Hey, you."
It's preferred, so it could be one. It could be this one. Could be that one.
You over there.
So you can't say preferred pronoun.
I just call people by their names and avoid the whole
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Exactly. Where does this crap come from?
I could say, but
Yeah, me too.
You ready? Here's a good one. You can't say at Stanford University they've canceled Karen.
so what do Karens do?
They said,
You can't cancel Karen.
and I couldn't believe this, Victoria, when I watched this and I saw this, and they said instead of a Karen, it's an entitled white woman.
Sounds pretty racist to me.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Some of this doesn't make sense.
And it's discrimination against Karen. If you have your name and it's Karen, what do you do?
I don't know. We in this right now. You
I-
can't be named Karen. You can't be named
Right.
Brandon.
Right?
I wouldn't want to be named Karen.
I know a
Just start
couple
calling them the
Karens.
B word again.
Yeah, I guess.
Huh?
Just start calling them the B word again.
The C word.
Here's somebody watching us on YouTube. I live in Miami, Oklahoma, and I had to file a civil lawsuit because all the cops around here are white and they beat the crap out of me, and I'm disabled. I have a traumatic head injury when I was a baby.
It's not Miami, Oklahoma. It's
No, there's a
Miami.
Miami.
Is how they say
Oh,
it.
okay.
I
All right.
don't know how to say Miami
Yeah?
out there.
I-
They say
I-
Miami.
I do look a little Hispanic because my mom's German and my dad's Egyptian and Native Americans. I do believe the cops in this town are racist. Okay.
Well, I'd like to hear the whole story.
Yeah, that's an interesting story right there.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a lot more to it than they
Don't talk about oppression. Talk
Yeah.
about Native Americans.
Mhm.
We walked in, stole their stuff.
Well,
And now they have casinos.
yeah. And in Oklahoma, that area of Oklahoma, there's a lot of casinos.
Yeah.
And they're
I'm sure there's a lot more to the
Native
story
American
than the cops
Yeah.
were just standing there,
Yeah.
decided to beat him.
owned. That place, it's out there.
Mhm.
I tell you,
Huh?
it's a town about this big.
Yeah.
It's
How about trying to get it typed in here before? That's why I'm hoping you guys will keep going, and I can't because I got to go faster. Blind study. We can't say blind study because it trivializes blind people.
Oh, brother.
I think you could just open the dictionary and find an excuse not to use every
So they don't do
word in it.
The
I mean,
word
what-
"the" has been canceled.
the heck?
Yeah, so they
Did
don't.
anybody check with the blind people
Because
on
it
this one?
points
Right.
fingers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did they ask the blind people? Yeah, I like that. Yeah. Did they survey them? Find out how many blind people were offended by being called blind? But I'm sure like Stanford does blind studies there. That's like
Right.
this.
Well,
So
not
they-
anymore.
I guess not. No, I guess they don't do
What's
studies.
the alternative for that now?
No, they said, but I didn't. I got so fed up with it. To be honest with you.
He's like, I'm done.
Yeah.
No.
You ready for the next one?
Yeah. Do it up.
You can't say addicted.
Oh.
You can say hooked.
Devoted.
Devoted. Can't say hooked though, because then the fish will be pissed.
What happens to the addicts?
Yeah.
Drug devotee.
Yeah, I'm devoted to that.
I'm pretty sure hooked was the slang word for addicted back in the day. I mean,
I'm devoted to alcohol.
Facebook
Yeah.
user says, "Yep, it's ridiculous. I'm not offended by being called blind because I am."
Yeah. Mhm.
Isn't that a medical condition
That's
or a disability?
I think that's what they call it now, seeing impaired or something. What I mean,
It's like, yeah.
it's like, come on, people.
Okay. Can't say any of this.
What
crap.
did they ask the deaf people if they mind being called deaf? I mean,
Well, they couldn't hear you.
yeah. Answer the.
Really?
Cancel that, bitch.
Is it safe to say they're not listening to the show?
Yeah.
Oh, I think we're safe.
My apologies.
What'd you say?
Oh.
And I'm just joking, like Archie Bunker, who was funny back in the day, and now they don't like him. Wouldn't even make it on the street. I'm serious.
Yeah.
If that show was popular today, or on the show today, he might not even make it on the street.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because somebody will get pissed. Oh, because he said something. Archie Bunker said something. He's an actor playing a part, reading from a script.
Mm-hmm.
Can't say master. How do you get a master's degree at Stanford University?
Right.
Obviously, it's not that hard. I mean, if they're making these rules, it can't be that hard to do anything there.
I noticed a shift a few years ago on the home improvement shows where they started calling it the ensuite, not the master bathroom.
Oh.
Or the master bedroom.
Primary.
And I know we're triggering a lot of people with this morning.
Good.
You think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, Stanford.
Good. They should be. If they're gonna abide by this, they're gonna have to explain it.
Yeah.
Try and make it sound like it's like you didn't like leave a counseling session and come up with this stuff. I mean,
yeah.
All right. The last couple are definitely hot buttons.
Oh, sweet. Yeah.
No, serious.
Yeah.
This one's a serious hot button. Can't say chief because it trivializes Native Americans, or could.
Did anybody ask them? That's what I want to know.
Did Kansas City change the name of the football team?
Yeah.
That's
maybe
another thing. Montville Indians. No,
I mean, I don't follow sports, so I actually wouldn't know that.
I think Montville is still the Indians.
No, Montville did not change.
No, they didn't change.
I thought they took it away. I thought they were just Montville now.
What about Killingly?
Killingly or
Killingly went
Redmond?
back to Redmond.
Yep.
And they did not get their $94,000 from the state of Connecticut.
Exactly.
That was a big one.
Well, they stood by.
Good for them.
Yeah.
Yeah. They should. Because to me, a lot of towns around here, I grew up in Montville. There was no way that the Mohegan Indians were oppressed. There's nothing bad.
Huh?
They were like the pride of the town.
How about the Cleveland Guardians?
What
Instead
is
of the
that?
Cleveland Indians.
Wow.
They changed their.
Well, shame on them. That's
The Washington Redskins, now it's just Washington.
Washington
football.
Shame on them for giving in. They're giving in to American history. They've given in to people that just want to cancel everything to get themselves a name. And
Well, it's like Columbus Day. We can't have Columbus Day anymore.
I think when it comes to the sport teams, there was no negative connotation, but it was showing a warrior spirit.
Yeah, that's what it was. Something with pride.
Right.
That's what I think the whole thing has gone to today. There's no pride anymore. It's like, let's find the worst thing in something and bring that out, not have pride in something.
When it comes to, my belief is when it comes to Native Americans, yeah, I mean,
you can't deny history.
Straight up.
Yeah, we can't deny history, but it was what it was.
Right. But that doesn't mean we can't celebrate them.
No.
And some of the words that maybe we find celebratory, but they don't. They may say something about us. Could be a compliment, and we're thinking, what?
Yeah.
You see what I mean? We don't know. That's the other side of this.
But if they don't like it, don't take it.
They took the Indian off the Land O'Lakes butter. What was the big deal about? That was a beautiful picture.
Yeah.
It
But the thing is, you
wasn't a
ask a lot of the
negative-
Indians. I've never talked to an Indian that said they mind being called Indian.
Well,
I haven't, and I know a lot of Indian people.
I
from
highly
Montville.
doubt that anybody was really upset about the Indian on the butter package, but we had to change it.
Or Aunt Jemima.
Aunt Jemima. Do you know they changed it to whatever milling company or something? But now nobody knows what it is. So on the packaging, it now says formerly Aunt Jemima. Well, it's still there. Like, oh, I thought you didn't want to use Aunt Jemima, but
Did anybody ever ask Aunt Jemima if she minded making all that money from having a picture on a syrup bottle?
I did a TikTok video, and you know those boat videos where they put a picture on a boat on TikTok?
Yes.
And it's going, you hear the Titanic.
Mhm.
I did one. I put Uncle Ben's face on it. Yeah. And I said, Uncle Ben going back to the 80s because his food is delicious. That was it. You know what somebody commented? Now, nothing I said was racist or racially, brought up. He goes, no, but you like the servant bringing you the food. I said, what?
What servant?
That's what I mean. What are you talking about?
On the cruise ship he's talking about?
My whole thing was the whole Uncle Ben thing. Taking him off or Aunt Jemima is just asinine.
Yeah.
It's stupid.
It is.
And that should be a sign of pride, honestly.
Yeah.
Like that's what I'm saying. They look
Aunt
for the
Jemima
worst.
was proud.
That's what I'm saying. They look for the worst in every little thing. And take a little pride.
Court, good morning, Court. Says, can't say nerd, geek, square, jock. Sticks and stones can break your bones, but words shall never hurt you. Believe in yourself and don't let the words from other people affect you.
Right.
Right.
Bingo.
There it is.
Yeah.
There it is.
Court Kenny, the word of reason.
My kids are nerds.
All right, Jennifer, copied and paste. She said,
Good.
I did not write this about the survey you were talking about. Someone was very creative. Stanford CIO, Chief Information Officer, Council on People of Color and Technology, Affinity Group killed it with this initiative given their mission, having submitted a roster of blacklisted terms. The 2 days ago would not have merited so much as a trigger warning. Gangbusters, job. Really? For the rest of us, expressing ourselves will be no cakewalk under these terms. You can't. You can't express yourself anymore.
No. And what was
And
the
they talk
title
about
of the person that created that?
Yeah. Chief.
I'm thinking Chief Information Officer. CIO.
Yeah.
They're canceled.
You can't say
And
chief.
we talk about how we can't express ourselves and how we are really just pushed down. Now they talk about social anxiety. Where do you think it comes from?
Right.
Yeah.
People don't talk anymore. They don't go outside.
So
They can't even call and order Chinese food.
and what
Right.
they really want
It's
to
Chinese food because it comes from China.
they really want to flip it around. They hate oppression. What you're really doing is oppressing your own society with this nonsense.
Right.
So get over it. That's what I say.
I sat with a young lady one day, a young
Mhm.
lady, she was a teenager at the time. And I said, "Are you hungry?" She goes, "Yeah, I'm going to order some food." Okay, great. I said, "Here, just call here this number. I'll give you the number." No, I'm not calling anybody. Why? I don't want to talk to anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what are you going to do? Next thing I know, you know what she discovers? DoorDash.
Mm-hmm.
And food is delivered. And she goes, "See, I don't have to talk to anybody."
Twice the price.
You can DoorDash alcohol too.
Yeah.
Well,
Yep. This is how bad society has gotten.
No, we actually will. When we're getting ready to order takeout, we'll hand the phone to one of our kids. Here's the order. Call it in. Because now we have to exercise these social activities
Yeah.
that we were brought up with, that we just thought nothing about, of picking up the phone and calling somebody.
Mm-hmm.
For them, it causes them anxiety because they don't know what to do. They're scared. What happens if I mess up? They'll ask you the question. You're going to get the wrong food. It's no big deal.
Yeah.
I think social anxiety was created by society.
It was.
More so than it being a disability.
Created by these.
Yeah. That.
Mm-hmm.
The effects of COVID and
Well, that was a big one.
quarantining.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be by people were by themselves for years.
Yeah.
Literally years, not
Yeah.
just a week or two.
Mm-hmm. I said we're
Well, you
jamming.
get used to that. It's like I don't want to talk to you.
Well, fortunately, I never did. But
Huh?
fortunately, I never got used to it. But
Yeah, well, no, but I'm just
I'm
saying.
not saying a lot of people did,
But that
especially the
generation-
younger generation. Their
Yes,
brains
sir.
are still melding and
I think,
Adapting to
I
everything.
think young kids and I think senior citizens
mm-hmm.
were affected the most by the COVID lockdown.
I think it was worse than the COVID itself, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, I see seniors at the grocery stores now, and they're still with their masks and their gloves and their
Somebody's double
sprays
masked.
Yeah.
and they're wiping stuff down, and they're so afraid
Mm-hmm.
of anyone coming near them. It's so sad.
Mm-hmm.
So sad. And little kids wearing masks. That just drives me.
I've seen entire families,
Ugh.
wearing masks.
Mhm.
Okay, I mean, you do you, boo boo, but I mean,
Yeah.
but I don't think you would have seen that 10, 15 years ago.
No.
No.
And some of the kids that are that have or have
Comorbidities and stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's morbidities,
Well, if they get it, they'll die. That's a lot
like
of
social
it.
anxiety. I'm more talking about these
Oh,
kids
okay.
that were very outgoing.
Yeah.
Made friends, get out there, talk to people. Now they don't.
Look at how the media targeted the fact that if you got this, there was no cure and you were going to die. That's scary to children.
And there's still no proof that the masks actually did anything.
Well,
There's a reason for that.
They did or they didn't.
There's a reason for that.
Right.
There's actually a lawsuit going on
Oh, it's
to the government.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know how many times I've been doing a TikTok live on my We Love the 80s show, and kids would come in, not talking about music. They would just drop Trump 2020.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? How old are you? 7?
Yeah.
A
A lot of them saw it.
You look at a lot of profiles and kids. Trump 2020.
A lot of them.
Where are you getting this from?
A lot of them got it themselves.
Huh?
A lot of them getting it themselves. Believe it.
So where do we go with this? Well, we're not going to cure the world or
No,
anything
I
like
just say
that.
be you. Screw everybody else.
Yeah.
They don't like it. Do what you used to do back then. Don't talk to them. Don't play with them.
Right.
What happened to the golden rule? Just treat other people the way you want to be treated.
Right.
I don't know.
Doesn't work anymore.
No.
With
I
or
mean-
without a mask.
I mean, back when I was a kid, the kid pissed you off. You dragged him out of his house. You beat him with a baseball bat, and you ate lunch
Well, I
together
don't know
later
about
on.
a baseball bat.
Where did you grow up that
Montville.
was happening?
Montville.
Well, okay, yeah.
Then-
There you go.
But then
Nice
you
being
had
corrected.
you had
It's
lunch.
Slayton Indians.
You had lunch a couple hours later with the same person. You didn't hold grudges. You ate lunch. You
Yeah.
got over it.
Yeah, come on. There were kids I fought and argued with. Next day, you're making paper airplanes and footballs
Yeah.
and kicking them in class and getting
Yeah.
yelled at together and going, and
Yeah.
your buddies again.
Yeah, you can't do that today for some reason. And it's a lot of it has to do with, oh, did you see that video? And let's do that to everybody else. And
So I can disagree with you. I can disagree with
Mhm.
you, and I can disagree with you. But guess what? I can play in the same sandbox with you.
yeah,
Just because I don't agree with everything you might say,
Well.
or vice versa.
mm-hmm.
Doesn't matter.
It's for some reason I think that's what our generation. You don't have to like the word chief, but
Or brave.
or brave. It's still there.
That's another one.
It's still there. You don't like it, don't use it. Simple as that. That's what I. There's a lot of stuff I don't like, but I still have to abide by and do.
So who's oppressed? Who's oppressed? Is it the people that are going or that are possibly offended by the word, or the person that has always used the word and now they can't?
Exactly.
So where's the oppression?
Right there.
Yeah.
Everybody's oppressed.
Mhm.
It's ridiculous.
That's what I think. A lot of this stuff, just like racism and stuff, they don't actually look at it from the other perspective. It's like, oh,
Peruvian food is delicious.
Right. like, no, we're not being racist. We really love it. That's why you call it
Italian
that.
food is too.
And yeah, Italian. They were
Chinese.
oppressed in New York City when they got off the boats a long time ago. That's where the mafia actually
Yeah.
came from in the United States.
Yeah.
But you look at it as they're trying to reverse racism by being racist.
Yep.
And same thing here. You're trying to reverse oppression or whatever.
By
It's
being
not even
oppressive.
oppression, but I don't even know why they're coming up with this nonsense. But by being oppressing the same people, they're trying to
But
unoppress.
when you have this social anxiety, you're also very vulnerable. So
Right.
now you're also you're keen to certain words that could trigger.
Right.
You see, here we go.
Here it
Right
is.
down the list.
Yeah.
Just be brave.
You can't say that.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't even have a police chief anymore, can you? Because
You
No.
can't have a fire chief.
No. You can't have the chief information officer that found out you can't use chief anymore.
Right.
is that a real thing?
I don't know.
What a Master Chief in the Navy.
Right? Master Chief. Yep.
Shut up. I know where his mind goes. All right. So, you know what? I mean, this is a conversation that's going to go on for 20, 30 years.
And it's not going to change because people are going to hate each other forever.
Just too bad.
Yeah.
And what happened? What happened? People didn't hate each other back 30 years ago.
Well, I think there are people that hated each other. Just
not like this.
I think it was a different form of hate.
But I think they avoided it.
But these perpetuate a lot of things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Same way we were talking about earlier, the keyboard warrior. You're very brave on a keyboard, but have a face-to-face with someone to see how brave you are talking the same way. There's
a video on YouTube called "Look Up From Your Phone," which is it's like a poem, and guy's telling a poem, and it's basically it's a story. It's about 3-4 minutes long, and it's about how you're walking and you're looking at your phone, and you keep walking and you're going this way, and then someone's coming perpendicular to you and they're looking at their phone, and you walk right by them,
right?
And you never met them.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't know it because they just boom. Mm-hmm. But then there's another part of the video that gives you a different perspective. You have the same two people walking. One's looking at a note because he's trying to get directions, and then not instead of his phone. And she's looking at her phone, and they collide. And then it's like, oh, I'm sorry. Oh, do you know where this is? Yeah. She takes him to where he needs to go. And it works out. It's a beautiful video. But because they met and they weren't looking at their phones, they dated, fell in love, had kids, sent them off to college, to the point where he was holding her hand when she died. Is that extreme? Probably. But could it happen?
Yeah.
Probably happens all the time.
If you looked up from your phone,
Mm-hmm.
you know? I know kids that just they're looking at their phone while they're walking. They don't ever look up. They don't ever look forward.
Mm-hmm.
There's another video on YouTube that, we're talking about words, and it's a blind guy, and he has a sign, looking for donations, and people walk by and they're not really giving him anything. And next thing you know, a lady stops by, gives him a little something, picks up the sign, and he hears her writing on the sign. Next thing you know, money getting dropped in the can. Dropped, boom, boom, boom. He's like, thank you. Comes back. The lady comes back at the end of the day. He goes, ma'am, what did you write on my sign? She goes, same thing. They just changed the words. And what he had put, he said, I'm blind. I can't see. Help me. She wrote, it's a beautiful day. Unfortunately, I can't see it. Change the words.
Right.
Change your view.
Yep.
Yeah.
And we don't do that anymore.
No.
And instead of we don't like what somebody says, we put them down.
Mm-hmm.
We oppress them.
Yeah.
Get away from me. Instead of trying to understand. And I think that's what we did 40 years ago. At least we tried to understand.
You didn't have
We
a
don't do
choice
that anymore. Yeah.
Yep.
So those are two videos that they're very powerful videos. I mean, I didn't give them justice by saying that. So, but anywho, hey guys, thanks a lot. Dominic, thank you for showing up out of pretty much nowhere. And thanks for bringing everybody coffee. Oh, that's right. You didn't bring anybody coffee.
Neither did you.
Neither did you.
So there's that.
There's that.
Anyway, thanks a lot, everybody, for coming in. And we will see you
Get up.
once again tomorrow. Paul Ash will be here, I think. You never know.
Remember, you burn your freaking house down.
You'll burn your friggin' house down.
I was telling my husband about that last night. I've got to play that video for him.
All right. Let's see. 80s music all day long on We Love the 80s /SN. Have a good day. See you later. Bye.
Your community radio.
Live from Main Street.
Mike Minarski and Rich Wasilick in the morning. And 80s all day and night.
SNSN.
Hi, this is Lisa Griffin of Eastern Connecticut Savings Bank. Well, some banks offer checking account rewards, and some banks rebate ATM